Coming up on today's show, we're talking about the heartbreaking story that's been trending all over social media for about the last 24 hours. A 20-year-old Southern University student tragically lost their life after reportedly taking part in an off-campus pledging ritual. Tough conversation, but we have all the details that are out so far. And later in Girlfriend's Guide, let's be real. Does your partner's style really matter? Have you ever had to step in and give them a little fashion upgrade? We're getting into it. Grab a seat, join the discussion. You're watching POV. Now, this is a very devastating story coming out of Southern Louisiana University. It's Southern University of Louisiana. A 20-year-old student by the name of Caleb Wilson collapsed during an off-campus fraternity event with Omega Psi Phi and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The university has since suspended all fraternity activities as investigations continue. This story is so sad and disheartening, you guys. I know we've kind of all fallen for the last, day or so.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think about it? What do you think about, the whole
It's so much to
off-campus?
say. Yeah, it's so much to say. Like, what's crazy about this story, and like when I hear things like this, like it just makes me think of when I was in college. I wanted to pledge something. I don't know what, but I wanted to pledge something just to be a part of something. So I understand that feeling of like wanting to have that family that's not really like your chosen family, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when people go into those organizations, like that's kind of something of what they're looking for. So it's just sad that, this isn't the first time that this has happened, this, story blew up, but it's not the first time that somebody has died from like a hazing incident, even though they love to say that they don't be hazing people, they be hazing people. And it's very dangerous to be a part of these organizations. Sometimes you have to go through extreme measures, but sometimes it's that chapter. Like it's not all of the chapters, act like that because everybody is different, but I guess the leaders of that specific chapter, just have like certain requirements to.
So let's talk about what are some of the typical expectations that are required, to join a fraternity. I mean, we know. I'm in college for 1 year, and we know what's key. We don't watch Stomp the Yard and all these other movies. We see how they got these people drinking out the toilet, bootlicking.
I'm trying to say it's a real thing.
I'm telling
It's a
you.
real thing, but I always know one that you're not gonna play with me, and I'm not gonna be told what to do. Probably why I work for myself.
Yeah.
I'm just ignorant. I'm so sorry. Like all this stuff that goes on at these different universities, and while at the same time, as tragic as it is, a lot of universities know that these
They have to.
Yeah. It's not a secret, but to protect their name, it's not gonna be publicized. So
They have more certain things.
right.
Exactly.
You wanna keep your endowment, you wanna keep your name, but you also wanna keep your name, and that's important to them.
Exactly.
So, well, I'm glad this came out, because it's something that needs to be highlighted again.
I'm tired of hearing about it. Like, I'm tired that this continues to happen. It happens year after year after year. Kids have died during these hazings and things, and still it continues. Why is it necessary to haze people? What is this about? What do you have to do this for, and what are you getting out of it? That's so much you gotta do this.
Like sometimes I think it comes from because it is different chapters. I feel like sometimes it comes from people who were maybe bullied, and now they're in a position of authority. And
It's almost as if picking up these bad police. You know what I'm saying? That they were laying for them in school. Exactly.
So now they feel like they're gonna treat you however they were treated when they were in whatever position.
And I don't understand that. If you don't like the way you were treated, why would you go and treat someone the same way you
Most
did?
people don't have that kind of moral compass to say, because it was done to me, I don't want to do it. They feel like because it was done to me, this is more reason for me to want to do it.
Right.
We know that some practices that are common are forced alcohol consumption, physical endurance tests, public humiliation, sleep deprivation, branding. That was the one that oh my God. And can you imagine, especially in Greek fraternities and things like that are supposed to promote brotherhood, especially in the Black community, even to be branding with something that comes back from slavery. Why would you, you know what I'm saying, that's crazy.
And that's
what
where I
they
see
think
it
is
from.
their unity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
agree with
honestly
you.
think it's a level of really just unintelligence. You're not intelligent enough, mature enough to know that when you become a full-fledged adult, now that you have left college, you've moved on, you are walking around like a literal cow from cattle. Some of them even do tattoos as branding, what's more modern day branding. You know what I mean? And some people literally come back to their senses, and while it works for some, for others, they really feel like they shouldn't have done it the whole 4 years of their life. What did you get from it?
Would y'all have ever
Listen.
joined a?
No, I'm not gonna lie, my 1 year in college that I did do. I tended to stay longer, but you know, life happened. But at the end of the day, originally, I did always like or have a little admiration for, you know, AKAs, you know, I love the pink and green, and you know, I just thought, you know, I love this. I thought about it, but I thank God that on the flip side, I found my identity in Christ.
Yeah.
And so not to say that anyone else hasn't, but I just didn't have that need to belong anywhere else outside of that. You know what I'm saying? And I do see how it is beneficial, you know, in some ways where, you know, you have sisterhood, brotherhood, and, you know, when they come across hard times in life or need a job, you know, 9 times out of 10, there's someone in the company that can, you know, pull you up, things like that. But honey, you have to make it out alive. Right, apparently. So now we're gonna move on to our next topic though. We love to shed light on those who go above and beyond. Event done, a cafeteria worker at Shelby Elementary in Alabama was one of them until she was fired for making sure that no child went hungry. Her story's been trending all over social media after she lost her job for accepting donations to help cover students' lunch debts. Let's be honest. Do we feel like she was in the wrong, or is the system failing?
The system
I
is
see
failing
something,
the kids.
that's right,
Let's be honest, we are in a state where free lunch was a thing. Like, we didn't have to worry about going hungry. Really, a lot of the kids that would come to school, they made sure that they ate. And then in the summer, they would make a summer line for them to be able to pick up boxes every week to be able to take it home. You get what I mean? So to hear that this is going on and you're really being shunned for it. You lost your livelihood for trying to provide for someone else who has no livelihood.
Yeah.
That is just unfair. It's
not
really,
right.
it makes no sense. It's just,
I
it
hope she
really
did a
just
job
needs,
somewhere.
yeah, I hope someone really
And where's this?
hires her and fires whoever fired her.
This was in Alabama.
Alabama.
A Bible Belt.
Mm.
You know, where doesn't the word say we're supposed to take care of the less fortunate? Am I right?
Help your nation.
Children, is that right?
Yeah.
And widows, and how come that's not happening? And why would you get upset with a woman with all the school cuts, all this cutting for the kids, all this cutting for education, right? Because that's going right. So why would you have a problem with someone trying to provide for children so they can eat? You want to starve the kids too? I don't understand.
I'm telling you,
Good
this
Lord.
is out of control, and you know, some of the school officials were coming out and they were saying that, you know, I guess, you know, the cafeteria worker, her premise was that the lunch fund was getting low. And so, you know, she felt like a lot of the needy kids weren't going to be able to, you know, be able to afford the school lunches. I mean, and a lot of times you can tell, I have a sister that actually works at an elementary school, and, you know, she's just in the front office. But lately, she's starting to do, like, the kids' hair at the school for free, because so many of the children at the school that she works at are homeless. They have no money, they're coming to school, elementary school,
Coming to school.
completely
dirty,
unchildhood
homeless.
Yep, so now she's staying after school, at the after school program and doing some of the kids' hair. You know, some of the parents that can afford it, you know, she's charging them pennies, but, you know, for most of the kids it's free. And it's so sad that, you know, in this system, something like that wouldn't be honored and respected, and
Right.
she could possibly lose her job. But I am grateful that my sister works at a school, that the principal also, her heart goes out to these children. And so clearly, this also shows to the insensitivity of the principal, even for not advocating for the lunch lady. Like, yes, we understand that,
You
you
should be
know,
awarding.
exactly.
You should be literally
Motion.
highlighting
Yeah.
the fact that she took the initiative to help the
Bible Belt
your
and all.
students, that you want to actually come to school.
What was the Bible Belt? I keep thinking that. What's the Bible Belt?
It's supposed to be those kind of values, you know, the Christian values
Okay.
that we want to take care of children. We want to like do the things that the Lord says to do.
Mhm.
And this is where all the worst things happen but yet, it's the Bible Belt, I don't know.
Yeah, and the sad part was that after this investigation, they found out that all of the funds actually went towards the school and the children that were hungry.
She wasn't
$1.
doing nothing wrong.
Every $1. This lady didn't buy a piece of bubble gum for herself out of that
Oh my
money, and she still lost her job. And you would think that after the investigation, that they're just kind of like, okay, we see that the money went where it's supposed to go.
Right.
Don't do it
She's
again.
fine.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so,
So let me ask you, if you were a teacher, you had 5 students who would come in every day, you notice they're getting smaller and smaller, they're starving, they're not focused, what would you do?
They got it.
my God, I would give them my lunch,
They got it.
I would really look into it. I mean, it's a sad,
Yeah.
I would have taken my own money if I had it, to teach,
Well,
I'm supposed to get paid so little,
Exactly.
and they're buying pencils, they're buying papers, they're buying, why is this happening in America? Oh, but it's been happening a while anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
That part.
Yeah, and then, they want these teachers to, 9 times out of 10 refer the situation to the state, so then the child can maybe 9 times out of 10 end up in a foster home, being
Right.
starved in someone's basement or dungeon, like
Right.
I've been seeing in these recent
Yeah,
stories.
Right.
But y'all, we gotta take a short commercial break. After this, we're coming back with Girlfriend's Guide and Mind, Body, and Soul. Stay tuned, you're watching POV.
Alright, Jimmy, when you're ready, thumbs up. Alright, action.
What's up, family? Thank you so much for tuning in on social media. It is Friday, the last day of the week, and I am here with an update instead of a question. So, I know y'all remember we talked about Dame DeMoss, the rapper who was suing Lyft. Well, in current events, Miss DeMoss lost the lawsuit.
I'm
Yeah.
done. This is how you put it, Miss DeMoss.
She
You
lost,
let us know.
she lost the lawsuit, which we all knew that she was gonna lose the lawsuit.
I've never seen any litigation this quick, that was quick.
It was very quick, it was like, no.
Now, this
Wow.
is, this is a story where a lady was quite,
She was large,
Large.
and the Lyft driver said that he could not fit her into his car. She felt like she was being mistreated and disrespected, and she decided to go on and sue Lyft and go on to the Breakfast Club and all of this clout. Recently, she also fell at a concert.
Oh my God, Julian.
And that's the update.
Yeah,
So
I
did they
guess.
actually say why she lost? Yeah, their reasoning for denying.
I mean,
It
I'm
was-
guessing
it was-
that they didn't feel like he was discriminating, that it was accurate.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, she couldn't fit in the car.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess technically, not being insensitive at all, but cars do have weight limits, so,
Right.
and
And he know his car. But, you guys, I just wanted to share that update with you all. We'll have more questions for you next week, but right now, we're getting back to the show.
Alright, that was great, oh my gosh. Coming back to that. 8, 7, 6.
welcome back. It's that part of the show where we dive into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. All right, ladies, so let's talk fashion. Specifically when it comes to your partner's style. Does how they dress really matter, or is it all about what's inside? And be honest, have you ever had to step in and give your partner a little style upgrade? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, my mama said you don't buy no man no shoes, baby, because he gonna walk out of your life.
Same thing to men about
Buying
my
good shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, so, okay, for me, I hate to say it sometimes, I am a very shallow person sometimes, because, yes, it matters what's on the inside, yes. It absolutely matters how you treat
Sure.
me, and like, how you respect me, all of that matters, but also, I'm a full-time model, okay? There is no way you think you're gonna stand next to me looking like anything. You just can't look at me and say, she deserves somebody like me and you don't look like nothing at all. There's no way you looked at me and said, you deserve that.
When a man is courting or looking to court a woman, they still, that's the.
Girl.
Does he look at the inside first, or is he looking at what it looks like on the outside?
Okay, let's love it.
Like it's your first impression, right? So I'm so sorry, I am not your mom.
First impression.
I'm gonna need you to have a little bit of style on your own. Now, we can do a little bit canon, you know, we can do a little clean up, but you gotta have a little.
I can
bit
add to it. I can add to it. You gotta give me a solid foundation.
You can't ask me to build your house, there's nothing there.
Right. You asking me to start with dirt. I need a foundation.
So what attracts you guys to a person first? Is it personality, looks, and style? I think that we all said,
There's no
y'all all said
across
looks.
the. Well, like,
Exactly.
yeah, you don't
It's
know
look,
the fancy look.
It's look. I have to be attracted to you.
So
first.
do you care about their, when we talk about physical appearance, is that the way they look clothing wise, or are we talking about teeth, nails, hair?
Oh, yeah.
feet?
Honestly, at first glance,
Right.
it's just what I can
That's
see.
all I can see.
But if you come closer and we actually have a conversation, baby, I'm all in your mouth, I'm looking at
Yeah.
your eyes, I'm looking at your ears, I'm looking at your hands, I'm looking at the nails, what the nails look like.
Tell us how you
I
take
think-
care of yourself.
Now, my eyes kind of work like an AI. And so, I'm just a guy, but like, there's people,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't, and it's not a judgment thing. Sometimes I think maybe it's my heart saying, where can I help? You know what I'm saying?
Aw.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No,
But I'm judging.
I thank God that my friend knows how to dress things. But I'm not I've done enough fixer-upping. I'm okay. I'm okay. No.
That's why you already settled,
Yeah.
you already got your man, you
Absolutely.
are good to go. Us here struggling in the dating pool.
Because it's so slim.
Oh, and it is
Girl, the pool is pedals, it ain't even a pool. It's
You know
like
what?
a
You know what? I had this conversation the other day, and as much as I hear y'all, and as much as I want to believe that it's slim pickings, the ratio of men to women in the United States just doesn't give that. So what I feel like,
We need to go to the UK.
no,
I'm there with you. I'm there
No,
with you.
I feel like the true issue is that people are not representing themselves as their authentic self, and so in that, no one can identify who they're really looking for. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So
Because
that's
you don't
the
find out who
foundation.
they truly are until months later.
Months
Yeah.
later.
And you really start to see, or
Months.
sometimes
Years.
not even, exactly,
Years
sometimes
sometimes.
years later,
Yes,
you finally
yeah.
realize who that person is, and it's just like, man, this is not who you introduced me to.
And you stepped out to be honest, to say, this is who I am.
Right.
And they're like, oh, yeah, and then they're trying to mold themselves around how they think you perceive them to want to be until they can't keep that anymore, and then.
I think most people just like the idea of a relationship and just see a person and they like the idea of that person, like, maybe I see myself with that person.
They're just snatching you up. Maybe I could see me snatching her up so nobody else can get it.
Okay, and in all actuality, like, they really don't fit though.
Yeah. So, but, since we were on the topic of fashion, what would be your way of telling your partner to step up their fashion? Are you gonna take them shopping? Is it gonna be with their money,
I might
your
just buy
money?
it. I might just buy it.
Yeah.
I might just buy it.
You gonna want
and
your money
just
back on the back
say,
end or no?
I think you will look good in this. I would start off like that. I think you will look great in this. And they put it on and then it's like, okay, I do look good in this. Okay, great.
That's how I want you to put
Keep
that
that,
on.
okay? This is how I want you to dress from this very moment on.
So I get it. When I got with my fiance, he swears that he just came out with all this style and swag, baby. But when I tell you, I used to call the man Platter P because everything he had was planned up. Okay, it was platter. And so, even though now, that I think maybe our tax bracket has changed, the style comes out of him that I don't know where it was. So maybe it was there from the beginning. I don't know, but I really believe that I enhanced it. But it's time for our final segment of the day. Let's get into my body and soul. So when it comes to mental health, therapy and counseling are often the go-to options, but should they always be the first option? Can spirituality provide the comfort and support that people need to hear? Some swear by it, while others think it's just a myth. Where are y'all at? Do you value, spirituality over, therapy, counseling, things like that.
Well, listening to the word of God helps me a lot. I mean, and it helps to renew my spirit, helps to build my spirit. It helps a lot, but I do think there is a place for therapy because sometimes you have to talk it out. Now, sometimes just talking it out with the Lord, when you're in that relationship, just talking it out with Him, reading the Word, that helps a lot. Sometimes you want to hear what someone else, just to let it out to someone that you can go back and forth with. That may help give you some tools to deal with things.
That's why I'm going, I hear the tools in that.
So what are we saying is a myth? Spirituality?
That's what the question was. Yeah, I heard people saying that.
That's why I was confused.
I feel that spirituality, first things, I don't put my faith in men or man first, woman, man, either way, right? So every day, my first thing is to talk to God. Let me talk to you and ask you to guide me to the right person. That might just be a therapist, that might just be a friend, but you're gonna come first. And then I'm gonna go the direction you tell me to go. And if you lead me to her, you, him, whoever, that person also has to be solid in the same foundation as me, spiritually. I can't talk to you if you believe in Lucifer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I try to talk to you about my life.
Right.
And every time I say something about God, you're looking at me like, so how does that feel? Absolutely not. No, spirituality is first for me. Out of anything else, then I'll jump into the other stuff. But I do believe in therapy, absolutely. But my God is first. Yeah.
Okay. So spirituality, depending on how you describe it, can be lonely and worsen your symptoms. Are you running away from your own thoughts and reality by avoiding it?
I'm talking God about everything.
Me too.
It works.
I get the thought though a little bit on how it can be lonely, because even though God is this all-encompassing spirit, or spirituality, however someone wants to put it, it still is lonely in a sense that He's not physically here. And so some people I feel like need that physical person that they can see and touch to give them tools, even though the Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. We have a roadmap, but we be struggling and so.
Well, I think God gives us people to talk to. That's why we have people, have family, have therapists. I think that, He has that where it's open for you to talk with people to get tools and from the professional, whatever, so you can, sometimes you just gotta talk with people.
How do you know which one you need?
For everything.
I think like she said, God will lead you to which one you need. Sometimes I want to talk to my best friend, and we talk about like almost everything together. Sometimes I talk to my mom. It just depends what it's about and where I feel,
The subject.
Yeah. I think that, even though we, value friendships and things like that, when it comes down to like therapy and counseling, I think that we also need to have a, line in between what we're expecting from people who may not have the tools, even though they can completely love us and want the best for us. But if they don't have the tools, we can tell that by the fruit that they have on their life. And I think that sometimes, we value people's opinion too much, and then we're in a disaster and your life is looking just like theirs, and you're like, what happened? But you love me. I love you, but I ain't had information for me.
Right, well, that's why you talk to people, like you say, about the fruit. So that's when it comes to like the subject matter. It depends on like what, who you can talk to about certain things, and who you can't.
Use your discernment.
Thank you, that's good.
Before we do wrap today, Crystal, I love you. You are our Boss Babe CEO. But tell our viewers out there a little bit about yourself and how they can connect with you on social media.
So again,
Wait.
girl, just rest me, okay? Again, 3 points up. My name is Crystal Williams. I am the owner, CEO, and founder of Elite Hair Care USA. Call me the hair care expert. I built my brand from the ground up on YouTube, so that's exactly where you can find me. Search for me at Elite Hair Care USA. Okay, your girl. I literally use YouTube to build myself from the ground up. So hey, my YouTube family,
y'all.
watch
Don't
me right
sleep.
now. And it's just it's a proud thing. It's Black History Month. So listen, I've overcome a lot of hurdles as a one-woman show to finally not be a one-woman show anymore.
Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Listen, this was awesome. I love you guys.
No,
Y'all
we
just
love you
flying
too.
though, right?
Listen, you're definitely night show, but just like that, y'all, we wrapped up Black History Month. All month long, we celebrated Black excellence, and today we are highlighting civil rights attorney Ben Crump, whose dedication to justice has given a voice to so many. Because of his commitment to justice, the families of Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, Martin Lee Anderson, and Breonna Taylor turn to Mr. Crump to bring attention to their cases. And on that note, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to catch POV here weekdays only on Afro TV. See y'all next time.
Great job.
Hey, oh my gosh, I'm about to go get me some vodka. You gotta say hi to my YouTube family.
Hi, YouTube.
They are more excited than me.
They are.
Tell Crystal to give me the sauce, man. Tell them to put me on, man. Put me in the game, coach.
If you actually have time.
Put me in the game, coach.
So all your fans say hi. They say congratulations. They love you. They say everybody did a great job. They say everybody looks great.
I'm live right now.
Yeah. And they going crazy too. Your dad say he loves you. He's proud of you.